Howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here, just me and the critters. It is February 10th, 2018. It is Saturday morning at 11:13 a.m. Told you I'd be getting up in the mornings now. It is 60 degrees right now. Real feel is 57. The high will be 73. The low will be 62. And it is cloudy and overcast. So I think we're going to get a storm. We're going to get some rain or something. But that's okay. It's kind of one of those cool days. I'm pulling back up. I made a little cheat sheet because, sometimes I get way off track. Let's see. Last night, dinner turned out very well. Brad loved the, so what I did was I took the cornbread stuffing mix. I just bought a cheap box. And I put in half a pound of pork sausage. However you like it seasoned, if you like the hot and sausage or the mild, and if you want it with sage or whatever. And I also cut up some onion, celery, and mini bell pepper and put in there. I put in 1 egg and a half a cup of mushroom, or half a can of mushroom soup. Then I had taken, when we buy our chicken breast, the boneless, skinless, they're really big, so I cut them into strips. I cut them into 4 or 5 long strips. And what I did was I got out a package of that, and I dumped the rest of the half a can of mushroom soup, cream of mushroom soup, in a bowl, put the chicken in there, and I had sliced up a bunch of fresh mushrooms. And I tossed all that together, stirred it all together, and then laid it on top of the stuffing, and then covered it in foil and baked it for 45 minutes on 350 degrees, and then I took the foil off and cooked it for another 5 minutes, and it turned out spot on. It turned out very well. And then I also did some frozen, I cooked some frozen peas up, steamed them, and that's what we had for dinner, and Brad was really, really happy with that. He really loved it. And let's see. And then we just relaxed the rest of the evening. Brad was really excited. This was one of his early evenings, and he only had worked an 8-hour shift that day. And, I know that he really loves the series Game of Thrones, one of his favorite all-time. And I said, why don't you just watch that? I hadn't watched any YouTube, really, and I said I can either be here watching YouTube with my headphones on, or else I can go, if I want to, I can go in the bedroom on the other TV and watch 6 Feet Under or whatever I want to watch. So, he really enjoyed that, and I did go back in the bedroom after about an hour, and I, put on 6 Feet Under, and then I sat and loomed and just kind of relaxed. It was very nice, and then, it was only an hour before bedtime anyway, so it worked out nicely. But I had a hard time sleeping last night. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Had to use the little girl's room because the water pills, don't you know. But speaking of which, my feet and stuff are getting much, much better. I'm very happy with that. But anyway, as I was talking about, I had a hard time sleeping, just restless. In some pain, but just mainly restless. I was just kind of sleeping off and on. But that's okay, sometimes that just happens. I mean, no biggie. When Brad got up, I said, I'm not going to get up with you. I had a really hard night. He knew I had a hard night sleeping. And he says, oh, okay. But then I ended up getting up before he left for work anyway, because, I wanted to see him. He's working a 12-hour shift today. So I wanted to get to see him and stuff before, and make sure that he'd taken his pills and he had his lunch back and all that. And just to see him. Kiss him good morning. And I just started soup a little bit ago. Thank you again, Carol. In that Crock-Pot Express. I'm making that kind of that basic, what was it called? Cabbage roll soup. But this time what I did was, I'm using ground hamburger again, and I'm using a big can, one of the big jumbo cans of tomato sauce, and then a normal can of the diced tomato, petite diced tomatoes. That's all I have right now. And I had a bag of, once in a while, I will, if I find them on sale, marked down, I will buy the coleslaw in a bag, or the mixed variety of broccoli slaw. That's what's in here, broccoli slaw. If you find them on sale in your produce department and they look fine, take them home and freeze them if you have the freezer space. They work great for stir fries, for soups, all different kinds of stuff. So I always like to have a couple bags because, you know, when you're in a hurry and stuff, or you really don't feel like standing and cutting up a million things, it's so nice. I put that whole bag in there of broccoli slaw, and I put in, also had a chopped up bag of the mini bell peppers and onions that I was talking about not too long ago. Threw those in there. I threw in some bouillon, just powdered granule bouillon. What else I throw in? A bunch of spices and a little bit of water and a hamburger, and I've got it all set to cook. And now the recipe calls for you to put rice in it when it's done, cooked rice, which is very, very, very good. But I'm thinking this time I may put barley in it instead, some cooked barley, because I love barley. And it just sounds good. And this is a good kind of cooler day to be cooking something like that. It's a great day because, as you guys know, my husband is not fond of soups. He just doesn't think there's enough substance to them. So what he will do is I will cook that on days that he's working at 12-hour shifts, and then I'll cook him something else. What I'm cooking him tonight for when he gets off work, it's just, he loves pigs in a blanket. But I had bought a couple cans of the brand biscuits, well, they're the Walmart brand. And so I'm going to make him pigs in a blanket, you know, put some cheese in there too, and stuff, and he'll be a very happy dog. So, because, you know, he won't be home till very late. So that's what I'm doing there. Let's see what else. I am going to finish unpacking the kitchen and the living room today. There's not that much I can do, because then I want to come through and clean. I want to dust and vacuum and all that good stuff, and clean the bathroom. And then after that, I need to do some paperwork. You know, I need to do some correspondence and some bills and that kind of stuff. I need to finish the hat I have been working on, but, you know, I just, you know, you get kind of a disruption in life, and I'm pulling it out. Maybe I'm pulling it out. Maybe I'm never pulling it out. Anyway, I do have it started here, but I know that my wonderful friend Rebecca said she's sending me some hats, and I know that Linda was going to try and send me some hats. I still have some left from Sunshine from the month previous. I think we'll be okay. I mean, I only have 2 done, and it's the 10th, so I'm a little worried, and it's a short month anyway, but they'll get whatever they get. Still looking for a place in Alabama, so if you know of any place, Carol or Rebecca, that we could donate to, let me know, and I will get with them and find out. And if not, I'll do it on my own. But since you guys live in that state, and Carol, I hope your husband's doing better. Everybody still continue to pray for her husband. And what else? That's about all I've got planned for today. I'm gonna sit and kind of watch some TV, or Netflix, or YouTube, and want to definitely get some looming done. I need to be able to sit and do some craft, because sometimes life gets a little bit too crazy for you. And I had an incident like that last night. And what happened was, I'm friends with a couple of my old boyfriends from high school. You know, it was nothing serious. You know, we might have dated for a couple of months. You know, we never even did, you know, anything. You know, we never went all the way or anything. And, you know, so, I mean, and that was 1982, for heaven's sake, that I graduated. So, I mean, after, you know, all these years, it's like, you know, we're just friends. But sadly, sometimes I think their wives feel threatened or something for some odd reason. I mean, I've been married for over 29 years. You know, I am no threat to anybody. You know, but I'm not going to go into personal details about that. But the wife didn't like the fact that I had uh, communicated with her husband and kind of threw a hissy fit, and it was talking down to me and stuff. She's always, I don't know, she's always said that I still want him, or that, this and that and stuff. And I'm like, hey, I'm like, I said there's no need to be a bitch about this. Or I said, no need to be a bitch or something like that. And, that it was just friendship. My husband and I were trying to help with a situation that he had been handed about employment and stuff. My husband has a lot of background with that. He used to be not only in the union, but he used to be the union rep and all of that. And he knows a lot of the laws. Plus, also his cousin is a lawyer, so we could have asked some questions and stuff. It was just being nice. But so then I made a post that some of you guys saw on Facebook that are friends on my personal Facebook. Basically, that if you don't like how I am, there's the unfriend button. And they elected to do that on one account, and I elected to do that on the other account. It's like I am the last person ever wants to cause any problems in the whole world with anybody in their marriage, and I am no threat at all to anybody. Any of you that actually have met me or watch me knows how much my husband and I love each other, how much we've been through. I am no threat to anybody. I always welcome, if I am friends with any man, I always welcome to be friends with their wife. And if all the female has to do too is let me know nicely that, that she wants to be communicated with. But this woman from get-go, we've been going round and round for years. From get-go, has put so many things like I could only speak to her. And it's like, well, that's fine, I think, okay, well, you're a little insecure at first, and then once you get to know me, you'll realize, once you get to know that, we're in a long marriage and stuff, but, so it's just best to let that go. I'm not going to play that game. I will not play that game, My husband's friends with a lot of different women. He's always worked mainly with women. So I guess I've never developed that real severe, suspicious jealousy thing. Sure, at different points in time, maybe you'd be like, maybe somebody put something in your ear or your head or something, but, no. Really, when you're trying just to help somebody about, something that's been done wrong to them, it wasn't anything personal at all, but okay, I just won't play that game. I have been through way too much in my life and fought way too hard to get to where I am, to be degraded and disrespected and talked to like that. I am no whore. I am no floozy out to get anybody's husband. Like, please, really? I'm a 50-something-year-old, I'm 53. I'm a 53-year-old woman who's been married for over 29 years, who's disabled and overweight and just likes to take care of her husband and her animals and have nice friends. That's it. And help out where I can with, like, donations. And to create some halfway decent artwork. That's it. There's nothing else. To their own. Hang on just a second. Okay, back again. Sorry about that. But no, the whole thing was, it hurt my feelings. I was trying to do something nice. And so was my husband. And it just hurt my feelings. But, you can't change how somebody views everybody else. A lot of times, they view everybody else like they kind of view themselves. So, like I said, no harm, no foul, It's sad that you won't, we won't be able to be friends and stuff, but, yeah, that's the way life is. Boy, I tell you what, the, I'm a little kind of worried that Crockpot Express is kind of spouting it's not on a pressure cook, but kind of steams out. I hope that's normal. Kind of worried. Not going to explode or nothing, is it? Oh no, I'm a little worried. I mean, I need to go look at that book again. I was a little afraid. Seriously, it's over here on the counter and I'm watching it. Like, I hope it don't explode. It sure smells good though, I'll tell you what. It hasn't been cooking that long, and yes, it's on slow cook, and yes, it's on soup. And I know it said something about, you have to lock down the lid, and even though you do that, it still will steam some, so I've never worked with a pressure cooker. This is non-pressure cook, but yeah, but it's neat. But, I'm a little afraid, but it's neat, and it sure does smell good, that soup. I love a good vegetable soup. But anyway, that's all I got going on today, guys. Just kind of hanging out. Sometime tomorrow, Brad's off tomorrow on Monday. Sometime tomorrow he's supposed to get with his friend Jim Bob, who owns Jim Dog Pizza. Yep, it's real, people. And he's supposed to come over and look at that RV, see if they can get it running, get it over here. And then I'm hoping Monday those mattresses will be delivered. Yeah. Anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship. And I did answer comments last night. You guys are all so nice. I love all your comments. They mean so much to me. They really do. And I think you guys are awesome. And I do cherish your friendship so much. And I will talk to you tomorrow, okay? Okay, bye.